Hey everybody, Kevin Harned with you. It's just after midnight into Saturday morning here, and what a complex forecast we have. If you've been watching, you know we've been pulling our hair out trying to figure out kind of the precip type and the duration of each type. That's the critical part. And there's probably a lot of questions of people saying, well, hey, it's, here it is midnight Saturday. Why do we not know this close to the event, which will be late in the day on Sunday, what's going to happen? Well, two things. First of all, the cold air is going to move fast. We need to still determine how fast. And secondly, the system that we're watching way back out in the Pacific Ocean is just now moving ashore and is not getting sampled by the upper air data until the day on Saturday. So we really don't have a lot of solid information. It's all been kind of extrapolated over the ensembles as to what may happen. Let's dive into it. I'll explain best I can. We're not expecting any problems on Saturday. On Sunday, we will see problems develop late afternoon and evening, and then some of those problems linger into Monday. Winds could pose additional problems. Let's talk about precip type a second. We all know that ice comes in the two forms of freezing rain and sleet. The freezing rain tends to be the problematic one. I mean, they both are, but freezing rain in particular, because it creates a glaze of ice. It coats onto things. It brings down trees and power lines. There is no traction. At least with sleet, you get the pellets of ice. So they're little ice granules or ice balls. And yeah, we wind up seeing at least, an accumulation that's slick, but there is oftentimes at least some traction. So that's one thing. Let's jump into the maps. I want to point out what we have. The Winter Storm Watch includes everybody likely to be upgraded during the early hours on Sunday. So maybe even by the time you see this video, we may have an upgrade, on Saturday, may have an upgrade to a warning across portions of the region. A wide view, and again, note the time. This will be outdated when you watch it. We've had one disturbance pass by through the overnight. Colder air and snow to the north, but the biggest system that we're watching is back out to the west. In fact, tornado warning for Sacramento in the late day hours on Friday. Notice that funnel cloud they had. Yeah, so that's associated with this powerful storm that's going to move across the country throughout the day on Saturday into early Sunday. That combined with the colder air coming down from the north puts two impulses of moisture in here. The first one dives in Saturday late into Sunday. Starts as rain, sleet and freezing rain behind it. You see that marked by pink. Snow on the northern edge of that. As we continue into the day on Sunday, note the time, 3 p.m., we start to see the transition in the northern part of our viewing area over to sleet and freezing rain. Snow to the north. As we look ahead, you can see as, late Sunday night into Monday roll around, we set up a pretty good snow band to the north. This will be a pretty good band of sleet, freezing rain, and snow, and then a heavier band of freezing rain off to the south. So every mode of winter precipitation is in play here, and it really all depends on the timing of when it transitions to and from. I'm going to put some totals out here. Please know that this will change. This is an early indication of what's anticipated. And we, it's almost in some ways careless to do this, but because so many people demand the information that we know at this time, I'm going to throw some totals out. But with a big caution that this will likely change. Notice across Jefferson County, 2 to 4 inches of snow. These are snow totals. Further to the north in the majority of our southern Indiana counties, 5 to 7 inches. Lower totals off to our south, a trace to 1 inch of snow. Now, that's the snow part. We still have the ice part to contend with. This is the freezing rain. Notice across the Louisville area, quarter to up to a half an inch in some places. That's the same story far south. In between, I have the area of highest icing. That's pretty much right along the Western Kentucky Parkway into the Bluegrass Parkway. So if you're in that area, at least keep that in mind because we could wind up with some icing to take place. Now, where that icing takes place, the next thing we're concerned with would be the wind on Monday because those winds combined with anything that's weighted with ice, whether that be trees or power lines, have a better chance of coming down. I think we could have some isolated power outages if this plays out. So again, icing threat further to the south seems to be the highest place for that. Highest snow chance to the north. We're right in between. We'll see the transition zone here. Still think we're going to pick up a couple to several inches of snow even here in Louisville. With that said, our road impact really starts to go up. It's just rain Sunday early in the day, transitioning to our north to freezing rain in the afternoon. We'll give it a red light. It's red in the evening Sunday and Monday morning. No doubt there will be some school problems, cancellations early Monday. So tune in for that. At least that's what it looks like now. We go into the afternoon and evening with still a few slick spots because then the bitterly cold air moves in. We're tanking back into the single digits. Some areas going below zero. By Tuesday morning at the bus stop, wind chills will be below zero. Our forecast early Saturday, 33. It's partly cloudy. Can't rule out a flurry or a sprinkle. Saturday, clouds on the increase. Temperatures, not too bad. They're going up into the 50s. In fact, wouldn't be surprised to see a few mid-50s in there on Saturday. And here's the 7-day forecast. You'll see the big cool down once we get past the mess of the weekend. Look at that Tuesday morning temperature, 5 above, wind chills below zero, and finally going back into the 40s and 50s by the end of next week. All right, here's the deal. Still a lot of uncertainty with the forecast. We will wait for the models to sample the upper air data of the storm throughout the day on Saturday. We have a conference call scheduled with the National Weather Service. We'll all put our thoughts together then. That's in the afternoon on Saturday. You can find the live blog link on our Facebook page, or the live blog is on wave3.com. And we'll be updating best we can throughout the weekend. Ryan Hoke is here Saturday morning. Andy Weingarten is here Saturday afternoon. All hands on deck for us on Sunday. We're all in here. We'll be tracking it if it looks as bad as it seems that it may play out, and that's a significant winter storm. So we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a rough go for some folks by the end of the weekend. I hope you have a good weekend. Enjoy the Saturday. Looks pretty good for the most part, and we'll see you back here as needed. And you're certainly welcome to send us questions by email or Facebook or Twitter. We appreciate everybody that watches our video blogs, logs on to our social media accounts, and certainly all those folks who trust us with the forecast on Wave 3 and NBC. Have a good weekend.